Yes, indeed. Good evening. Good evening. Lenny Vana Doe. Lenny Hoops. Huh? So I got in the house tonight. We got a technical problem. Lenny's in the studio, but we just can't get the audio or anything working at this time. But you know how it works, man. With a technical situation, sometimes it just jumps in. Something that uh, he's not doing, or that it's just not it's not clicking. You know what I'm saying? But yo, and Lenny is very talented, a very funny individual, and he can sing. He does it all. He acts, produces, he directs. All going on, and I'm blessed to have him. I've been after him for a little minute to come through, to show and prove, but he's busy, and that's it's a good thing. When you're busy, you're busy. So, so I appreciate the brother, showing up for me, man, and it's a hell of a thing. So we're gonna make it work somehow, some way. We're gonna make it work. But yeah, and further, I just want to say rest in peace to D'Angelo. Lost him, and pancreatic cancer, which is unfortunate. The brother was battling and struggling for a little minute, and a young brother, 51 years old. And but it's unfortunate. But just wanted to say my condolences and heartfelt condolences to D'Angelo's family. And it's life, man. It's just life, and it's just we all got to go down that road, and you know, wish him all best in the afterlife, because we don't really know how it works, right? The afterlife or anything along the lines. So, should I wish him the best? Can I wish him the best? Uh, the angels, he's in heaven. He's in the he is where we are all going to be. That is just a fact, huh? But yeah, so I got a great, great guest, and he popped out and popped back in, and I have so many questions to ask the brother. Uh, he's out there now doing his thing he's a master showman. There's so many elements and so many faces to Lenny. Lenny Hoops is his name now, his stage, his show name. He's in New York for a minute. He's out in Cali now, but he'll answer all those questions once we get it all right. And I'm just, sometimes you just want to go right. You want things to go as you want them to go. And it doesn't happen that way a lot of times, so we just got to go with what we got. We got to work with what we have in front of us, and somewhere along the line, I know we're gonna make it happen. His audio, the visual. He was telling me, some of the stuff when he was trying to sign on and sign in, what was coming up as a problem on his end. What's up, Kim? Kim Roper's in the house. God bless you, Kim. Welcome, Queen. And I got Lenny Hoops in the house tonight. And Lenny, as I was saying, very. Uh, I see some of the stuff he used to do on stage. I go to Dangerfields, and Lenny was just it's crazy, man. He was crazy, but funny, very creative, and his presentation and what he did, and how he did it, and now performing, after the COVID thing and stuff like that, uh, when you're standing up and singing and in arts and crafts, you had to revamp your style, revamp your game. And Lenny took it to the streets. You remember Barnett, another brother, Alvin Owens, Rick Aviles and stuff. They uh, took it to the streets and they came off, man. A lot of money to be made in the streets. And the creativity is on a whole nother level as well. because you can branch out certain things that you can do, you know, in the streets that you can't do on stage, and vice versa, right? In the clubs and stuff. I know Lenny still is in the clubs as well, you know. So very, very, as I said, and I wanted to ask him a lot of questions and stuff. But before I go any further, as far as like the introductions, and like I said, the rest of D'Angelo is just so unfortunate about that brother. But I want to play this piece here by Lenny, and this is like almost like an introduction into stuff as well. This is
Yeah. I'd like to thank a lot of people for helping me along on my road to show business. As a man, as a boy, coming up. I'd like to thank all the people that borrowed money from me and never paid me back. Lied to me, told me I would never make it. Also, I'd like to thank the people that I borrowed money from and never paid them back. Told them they would never make it. First on my list, I'd like to thank my dad, Vito, Fido, Mr. Vonado, Uncle Leroy, Posey. They call him a lot of things. Man taught me how to recognize all the tools in the truck. Taught me how to paint. Had a bank account from the 2nd grade. I want to thank my big brother, Roy. Followed you all the way through college, high school, football, track. I love you, boy. Shout out to some of my good friends, Mr. Bruce Capers. I love you, boy. Coach Capers is what they call it. Sugar Bear. He street smart, he book smart, and he bitch smart. Love you, boy. Matt Jackson, throwing that hook shot, let me stay in your mansion. Love you, boy. Tyrone. Doc Bongo up in New York City. Shout out to you, boy. I love you. Vinny at Dangerfields. Remember you gave me that $100 to take that Asian girl out? You old freak. I love you, boy. All my high school teammates, Bear, Lonzo, John, Drupal. I ain't seen y'all in a minute, but I love y'all. All the comedians I hung out with, the Most Brothers, Dog, Chili, Arsenal and Mitchell, Garfield, JB Smooth, I love you, boys. Thank y'all. Shout out to my boys uptown in Harlem. Backstage at the Apollo Theater, taking care of me all of them years, keeping me straight. House, Shaheed. Another shout out to my boy Stephen Best. Yeah, nigga, I knew you threw that shit away, but you know what? I still love you. Don't worry about it. All my cousins, Keith and Clayton, Raymond Gabriel, Delmont Wilcox, always gave me a place to stay here in California. Gave me a job, money, everything. Alan Spalding paid for that plane ticket for me to come to New York City when I won the Apollo Theater. Love you, boy. Carlton Muffet, I was 6 years old. You pulled me from under the car. I love you, boy. Bernard Curry, my PR man, always bringing the freaks through. Love you, boy. Casey Day, love you too, boy. Doing your thing. Dick Scott, love you, boy. It's how it is sometime in life, you know. You win some, you lose most. Somebody gotta teach us. It's always gonna be some guys in your life that teach you how to do the right thing, how to say yes ma'am, no ma'am. Yes, sir, no, sir. I love you, boys. All my coaches, Coach Hicks, Coach German, Coach Smith, Coach Middleton, Coach Booker, Coach Jacobs, Olivet, Lil Mitch, Coach Chester Ellis, Mo Hunt. I love all y'all boys. I love you, boys. Slicehead, Tony Perry, Luther Ross. I love you. I love
you, boy. Incredible. Thank you, Lenny. That's Lenny Hoops. Huh? That's an introduction into what that brother, you know, it's just a little taste of what he's out, how he brings it, how he lays it and puts it out there. And we're just having some technical problems. He was in the room. He checked back out, trying to check what's going on his end. Hopefully we can get it together tonight because I have a nice little presentation. I had wanted to run it by him and stuff. before we came on air, but sometimes it's just it is what it is. Do spontaneity on as you go along and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's Lenny. That's Lenny Hoops. That's just a little taste of what he does. I also want to show some other clips that I do have. I had put together, but I wanted Lenny to be here so to talk about it as well. I can fill in the gap. Lenny, when he was in New York. I don't know how long when he came out to New York. As I said, he's in Cali now, and he's doing his thing out there. He had a badass car. You see, he can dress. He's sharp. He's clean, huh? And yeah, this is Lenny here. I'll bring up. Yeah. He sings, he does it all. He's in theater, he acts, and Karen Owner said, Karen Barton, welcome to the room. God bless you. Always good to see you, Karen. You got Kim in the room as well. Let's see what else is going on. My man, what's up? William O'Neill, Will Seville. God bless you, Will. Welcome. But yeah, I was telling everybody I had Lenny Hoops, that brother there. Very talented. Sound couldn't get couldn't get him in the room. I don't know what happened on his end, or can you hear me? Can you hear me? Am I audible? Karen, Will, can you hear me? And yeah, there's Lenny Hoops. Loud and clear. Okay, God bless. Thank you. And so that they can hear. So that's what's up. Yes, so it wasn't on my end. And hopefully we can get Lenny. Yo, what's up, Big Rob? The AMF in the house, no doubt. And I had fun on your show, brother. I appreciate the talent that you showed me. I'm talking about. It was a pleasure, brother. And yeah, and like I said, Lenny, man, I was after him for months, man, trying to get him. I got him now. He came and we had this technical error, but it happens. So, I'm just going to go ahead, go forward with it. And I have another clip I just want to play now. This is a little bit of what this brother does and what he's about. He's an artist for sure. He's yeah, it was fun. Big Roz says, he said it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and you made me very comfortable, man, and just laid it out there. And see, you had Kenny Ketchum on last week. I called him, and that's what's up. Boo Harvey. You're going back old school, like I was telling Young Kev. Kev Young. I said Young Kev. But yeah, take the whole, yeah, he's tall, I'm short, but you know what? So what? Huh? Yeah, I would, I'd show something out there. You know what I'm saying? But Eddie P, my partner, on the check-in. Eddie P on deck, no doubt. That's what's up. Loud and clear, Wilson. Yeah, let me show you this brother. He's Lenny, man. Was like I met him we booked him in there with Chuck, and it was funny. It was like during Gay Pride Week or something like that, and he just like kind of like fucked everybody up like for his presentation, his comedy, stand up. like I said, I seen Lenny do some crazy stuff on stage, but funny stuff. And he got up there one time, Gay Pride. I don't know if it was Gay Pride Week, but he went to the Gay Pride Parade. And he came on and he was like, man, I am pissed off. This sucks. I just got back from the Gay Pride Parade. They had 20,000 homosexuals there. And yo, man, he says, not one of them faggots asked to suck my dick. Now, that's not the correct way, now in this day and age, the cancel culture to say about homosexuals, or no, that's wrong. But that's the way the language was. That's what was used, huh? Not one of them asked to suck his dick. Okay, Lamont, Chucky Chuck, he laughed. He thought this shit was hilarious. I thought it was funny too. But yeah, hey, that's Lenny. He told a story one time how blacks, we all get blamed, right? For everything. Crime on the news, how they say. He said one time he heard the news, he says about how they said there was an earthquake. I forget what part of the city it was. He said, yo, man, it was an earthquake. He said, and they said that they saw two niggas running out of the ground. But the hear Lenny tell it, and the way it came out. Back in, let's see if I can solve the problem. Let's see. Lenny? That's Lenny Hoops, everybody. Lenny? Nah, still nada. Wow. But yeah, I'm gonna play this. Lenny? Nothing, huh? Damn, Lenny. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep going, brother. Like I was just telling stories and stuff like that. And yeah, man. And to have him, tell his journey, and but tell him to Karen, both she says, tell him to unmute himself. Unmute yourself. Lenny, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Turn his volume up. Volume is up. You see, she said, turn your volume up. Turn your volume up, Lenny. He can't hear me either, Karen. That's the other thing about it. Definitely something on his end. But while we wait for him to get it together, I'm going to play this clip here. This gives you a little bit more insight into like what he does, on in the route. Yo, Lenny.
3-4 times, I'm keep on trying, and just it says allow the camera and mic access, and I hit allow, and it says giving permissions, and I can't get the red button, or it won't do nothing. So it's telling me I had to go in my browser and allow the camera. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for it. I can't find nothing in there.
All right. So you know what? I'm going to play the clips. Stay with me now, just so I'll ask you some of the questions because, Lenny, where are you from originally?
Savannah, Georgia.
You're from Georgia. Okay. Yeah. I never knew that. I always thought you might have been from Cali, like either Compton, Oakland, Oaktown, or something like that. That's what I was thinking. when I
Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, because that car that you had back in the day, that shit was fly.
Yeah, my old car. I bought that from a little old lady from Pasadena.
What? That shit was what now? What year? What kind of car was that? That was something like
it was like a New Yorker. It was like one of them 67. Might have been a 65, like Chrysler New Yorker.
You see what they said? We can hear you now. Yeah, we hear you because we got you on the phone. Karen is that's her name is Karen Bowden, right? She's from she's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, right? She's in the rap. She's in the rap music. She has a rap artist that she managed. She's white lady. Karen, but she's invited to the barbecue. Don't get it twisted. Karen is down. Yeah.
All right. Is she listening now? Tell her I say hello.
She can hear you.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful, Karen. Welcome to the house.
And you know what? One thing like her, yeah, she's funny. Like she comes in and she'll, fuck around and dictate the show and try to tell me what to do type shit,
Okay, well that's the woman tuition. She needs to be in charge.
She's laughing. She go boo ha ha. Hello. She says hello to you, Lenny.
Okay. Yeah. Tell her that's a wonderful thing to be able to speak and converse with people.
You say that's that woman tuition?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that white privilege shit going on with her.
Well, first of all, got to be a woman first before she white.
True.
It's like a man got to be a man and a boy before he black. So that's so.
Say that again, brother. You're right. But I just Josh her. I play with her. She knows where I'm coming from.
To get to be when we're born, whether we're gonna be tall or short, black or white, straight or gay, rich or poor. We don't do that. That choosing for you. When you're born, you're a human.
True.
You got your eyes, your legs. You can't go back and say, you know what, I want taller legs. Well, you know what? You may get them one day if you grow. You're born with it. That's what God gave you. If you believe in the higher power, you got to go with the higher power done dealt you. The cards he done dealt you.
That's a fact.
You can't go cutting off nothing and adding on nothing and think that the whole world gonna know. It don't work that way. But then what you want to do, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Let's say if you're born a zebra, shit, you gonna die, bro.
Yeah. So you were in Wisconsin? You was in Milwaukee?
Yeah, I was in Milwaukee at the Panther Arena years ago. I was performing with the Shrine Circus.
Okay.
It was cold in Milwaukee. I thought it was cold.
Wow. How did that go with the
Oh, the circus was great, man. You know what I mean? I met some great people in the circus, and when it ended up traveling with the Human Cannonball show, and ended up getting engaged to a couple of midgets in the circus.
Huh?
Engaged to a midget in the circus.
Huh? I just said, I thought I heard you say you got engaged to a couple of midgets.
Yeah, in the circus. While I was in the circus, yes. I had a great time, man. I met some great people in the circus.
So you were engaged?
You never been to the circus? You never been in?
Huh?
Man, you got to get out your life, man. You got to live, man. You got to come out your shell, man. You got to come out. You got to come out shell, man. You got to get on the surfboard, man. You got to get on the Ferris wheel. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got to live, man.
Yo, nah, Lenny. I've never been engaged to a midget. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we all gonna get lucky, you know what I mean? But let me tell you something. If you ain't a midget, leave them midgets alone. Because you're going to come up short. You're going to cut every time.
My boy Eddie said he asked for longer legs and he got them.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Lenny, I never know whether to, take you serious or not. And I was telling them.
Well, that's left up to you. I mean, that's left up to your mind. I mean, people can take things serious and they can take things for a joke. But the truth is, and You're going to find out one way or another.
Yo, I was telling them when you were at the Cotton Club, like how during Gay Pride, Gay Pride week, you went to the parade, and the joke that you had, came up with.
Yeah. I just have fun. You know what I mean? I got plenty of gay friends, man. You know what I mean? There's always somebody gay in your family. But
True.
like I said, I came up with a joke. I said, yeah, I was disappointed. I said, I went out to the Gay Pride Parade and 25,000 gay people out there, and not one of them offered to suck me off.
But you know what?
And that was what, 30 years ago. I said that.
About 30 years. That shit was hilarious.
You know what I mean? I doubt if I would go on the stage and say it now, if they would understand it, yeah, I probably would. But just, everybody uptight over material. You can't say this. And, they asked me after Jimmy Kimmel left, they asked me, did I want to host a show? I told them, hell no, I was too busy. They said, busy doing what? I held away for y'all ass.
But you're right, man. It's they judge everything now. The cancel culture. You can't say this. You can't say that. You're right.
Where's World Without the Humor? That's why they got the Disney. That's why they got. That's why they got all of these cartoons. That's why they got all of these things that make people laugh. That's why they got all of these dumb things, all of these dumb jokes, these dumb, stupid pet tricks. That's what this whole world is. Everybody want to be entertained.
That's a fact.
And if you got a joke on something, you got a joke on it. They joked about the space shuttle. They joked about this president. They joked about everything. They joked about the starving Ethiopians. Everybody joked about everything.
You're right.
It ain't nothing really off the table. You know what I mean? There's certain things that you shouldn't say at a certain time. I totally agree. And so if, but who am I to judge somebody? What come out their mouth? You know what I mean?
That's true.
You know what? I recently bought me one of them tongue scrapers. You know what them little tongue scrapers? Boy, you should get you one of them. Boy, you'd be surprised at the stuff that you can scrape off your tongue.
Damn.
I scraped off some shit off my tongue that I remember eating during the pandemic.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Get you one of them tongue scrapers and get that shit tongue.
So they really work. Yeah, damn.
Oh, man. And you do it every morning. It labels layers of stuff, man. I mean, a loaf of bread I scraped off there. I must have scraped off 3 peaches, about 5 apples, watermelon.
Karen said, damn.
You got to get a tongue scrape.
Yeah, I'm going to get one.
Why people talk so much of shit? Because they ain't clean their tongue.
Yeah.
And if they ain't clean their tongue, they ain't clean their ass.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Don't even get me started.
I didn't even want to think about that, but yeah.
Anytime you go to somebody's house and their toilet seat don't match the toilet, don't eat at their house. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You know what's deep,
Lenny? The seat don't match, the color don't match, and the size don't match. It's too long for the bowl that is a different color. Don't eat at their house.
Yeah, something ain't right. Yeah.
Something ain't right. And if you pull that shower curtain back, you probably gonna see that brown bathtub with 2 pink rusty razors in there.
Oh no. Yeah. You know what's deep, man? Like seeing these big females now. Everybody, all these females want to get these shots. They call them BBLs or something like that.
What a big butt something?
Big butt something. Yeah. And they're on the plane. When they come on the plane, and they can't barely sit in the seat. Imagine going to the bathroom. I mean, wow. Yeah.
Should have been a new toilet for them.
I know, right?
Call the BBL.
Yeah.
Something.
But you know what? Now you got me thinking about that niche situation. Because Karen said, how do I know? Because I'm short. You know what I'm saying? Which is, it's kind of messed up for her to say that. But it's kind of true, though.
Yeah, you wouldn't be considered a midgets. There's several different. They got the mini midgets, they got small midgets, they got the tall midgets, and they got the micro midgets. Because I was at the fair up in Salinas, and they had the midget wrestling, and they had a little wrestler called 25 Cent. He looked like 50 Cent. He come out there with the whole what they call it, the bulletproof vest on, and he wrestling called 25 Cent.
Damn.
It's real deal, man. I mean, the midget I was engaged, he had a brother, man. They was flying in the circus, you know. They was in the trapeze, you know. They would fly in the trapeze. They were strong too, boy. Let me tell you something about the midgets. They strong. Ooh, they can get a hand on you. They won't. You can't, like a kung fu grip. Stronger than that.
Damn.
That's why they could do the trapeze. Once they grab you, they don't let you go.
Damn.
But when they get drunk, when the midget got drunk or uncle got drunk, man, you try to pick up a drunk midget. They heavier than a sawfish.
I know some of them heads are real big too.
And not the head, it's the whole big heavy. It's heavy. It's like trying to pick up a concrete slab when they get drunk.
But their heads, they got big. For the most part, a lot of midgets got big ass heads, don't they?
Well, some of them do and some of them don't. Now you talking about the dwarfs, like I said, you got the micro midgets, the small midgets, the round midgets, the short midgets. You got the tall midgets. You know what I mean? You got the bodybuilding midgets. You know, I was at a midget convention about 3 years ago.
Is that where you met your wife? Your wife's?
No,
you
I met
married
at
both
the
of them?
circus.
Oh, you met them at the circus.
Yeah, I met him in the circle, but she took me to the midget convention, and man, you know what I mean? And shit, I couldn't even get on the dance floor. Them midgets had that dance floor so full, man, I couldn't get on the dance floor. They were looking at me like I was crazy. I said, God damn, I'm out here to dance with my wife and shit, so I ended up having to crawl.
Damn.
And get on the dance floor. That's how I had to get on the dance floor. I had to crawl.
Damn. Midgets have fun though, right?
My God! You tell you the party don't stop, man. They're just running all around. It's just a party. You ain't been to a party, you've been to a midget party.
Damn. I know that's right. You ain't been to it used to be you ain't been to a party unless you've been to a Diddy party. Now, yeah.
Go to the midget party.
How you feel about what happened to Diddy?
Well, I would like to say nothing about it because I wasn't there and don't know nothing about it.
Okay, fair enough. No.
It just was a bad situation for the whole world to see, families included, and things like that. And I hope it never happens again.
Because a lot of that, the black men are under target, and R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? And now Diddy.
Back in the day, man, we used to get, free coochie. Back when coochie was free, now you need a credit score. You need hits on TikTok. You got to have so many followers. You can't fly the girl into town and pay for her to come in and show her a good time and give her no money. Now you a pimp now, and then they got you for prostitute. You know what I mean? If you're gonna go out, you're gonna meet a girl in Texas, you better do it in Texas and leave it in Texas.
Right.
Don't bring across state line. So you're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
You can't be a nice guy and give a girl $30, $40 and take a breakfast, fly in and take her to Disneyland or building her to the Mets game or nothing. You can't do that now. You got to convince these hoes to pay their own way here and spend the money on you.
Yeah.
Other than that, you going to jail. You
going straight to jail.
Take care of, give some. You a pimp now. You going to jail.
My boy said he think his girlfriend is a midget. I don't get how does he think his girlfriend is a midget? Either she's a midget.
Well, I'm gonna ask him, how tall is he?
He's about 6'1".
Oh yeah, well then anybody to him is midway. If she a midget, if she can't flush the toilet, she probably a midget.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because midgets, man, they short all around them, short ass arms.
Yeah, but
I mean,
them
like,
strong though. That's how the girl got me. She told me she wanted me to help her change a light bulb in her trailer.
uh-huh.
So when I went over there to help her change the light bulb, she said, "No, I got to." She said, "I got to screw it in." So she said, "I got to get on your shoulders." So she got on my shoulders, and when she got on my shoulders and started screwing the light bulb, she turned around the other way. And next thing I know, my face was the other way, and there it was.
Oh boy, damn, Lenny.
Smelled like some of that good incense up on 125th Street.
Damn. Yo, how long were you married to her?
Well, she said she wasn't looking for no long-term relationship.
Oh shit.
It wasn't long. When midgets get pregnant, it takes them about 3 years to have a baby. It ain't like 9 months to come out. It takes 3 years to have a baby like with a midget. And I didn't really have that long. I went to another circus. When I came back, she done had babies. It was all, they all kept them in her stomach. You know, babies in inside them like kangaroos.
Huh?
So she was pregnant one time. She had 2 midgets in her, 2 little midget sons around in the circus somewhere.
I'm speechless. Because
I was speechless too. You know what I mean? When I first met in it, because I had her in the trailer one time, and next thing I know, all her family was knocking on the trailer, beating on the door and everything. Say, "Shirley, we know you in there." And I had to hide her. You know what I mean? So I hid it, and I opened the door. Shit, 2 of them midgets, they ran through my legs, and when I bent over, 4 of them jumped over my shoulder. Shit, the next thing I know, I was in my trailer.
So when you fight one midget, be ready
You
to
ever
fight.
had 9 midgets in your trailer in a room? Come on, man. You don't know what to do.
No, I ain't never had no one midget. I never really associated with midgets, I'm short. And because it was like, you know what I'm saying? I never really ran into a midget. No pun intended.
Yeah, because if you do, you better watch out.
What do you mean?
They're serious. You know what I mean? You ain't supposed to look down at them.
Yo. But
and you can't even pick them up to talk to them. That's disrespectful too.
Well, look at Michael Jackson. He used to go around. What was the little guy's name? That he used to carry. No, not the monkey. He used to carry a little dude around. What's his name?
We talking about Treasure Island tattoo. You ain't talking about tattoo.
Yeah, not him. He was as small as him. Webster. He used to carry. Remember Webster? Yeah.
Yeah, Webster. But Webster, he wasn't a midget. He was a dwarf.
Wait, let's slow down here a little bit. Now, dwarfs are smaller than midgets, or because you said there were different types of midgets. Emmanuel Lewis, right?
You know what I mean? You got some rich midgets too. You got a lot of poor midgets. I saw one midget over here the other day. He was a little gay midget with hot pants on.
Huh?
Yeah, I said he gonna get somebody. He looking for somebody. Somebody gonna find him.
So he had hot pants on.
Hot pants on.
He's a hot mess.
I wish I could have took a picture, but I didn't want to disrespect him. You know what I mean? I said, maybe I'll see him again at a parade or something. You know what I mean? So. Yo, man, you crazy.
But yeah, Michael Jackson used to carry the, you know what I'm saying?
Webster.
Yeah, Webster. Emmanuel Lewis.
Webster. Yeah, man, I remember Webster.
Yeah.
And what about Rodney Allen Rippey? Remember him?
I remember him.
The cheeseburger?
Yeah.
For Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
Rodney Allen Rippey. Well, he wasn't no nothing like that. They were just small kids, and they were doing them commercials. But yeah. So yeah, man, that was my time with the circus, man, and and then I ended up with one of them contortion girls. And let me tell you something about that contortion stuff. You ain't no contortionist, goddamn it, you better leave it alone. Cause they'll have you twisted. They can
Literally.
fold themselves up and mold it and mail themselves to Texas or some damn well. That's how they go on vacation.
Damn.
They mail themselves to Italy and shit. They go to sleep for 10 hours, just fold up and just meditate and go right to sleep for 10 hours. They wake up and open themselves out of any damn box.
You learned a lot of different things, like fucking around with that circus. I see.
Oh yeah, man. I learned all of it, man. I learned that, everybody's shit different. The tiger shit different from the elephant shit, and the elephant shit different from the pony shit. The pony's the only ones can run and shit at the same time.
So elephant, they gotta stop.
The elephant, they gotta stop, and they let out cannonballs, and the ponies gotta stop. They let out them little mint balls. They look black, and if you sprinkle some out on them shit, you could probably sell them to somebody in the store.
Yo.
The tiger shit black, it stink, it's oily. We all know what dog shit smell like. And you had some long shit and zebra shit. And it was all, you learn to respect it. You know what I mean? That the animals eat, they poop, they shit all the time.
That
was the best part of the circus. When the animals came out in the ring and start pissing and shitting, the crowd would go wild.
But the gorillas gotta have some interesting, you know what I'm saying? Because like,
yeah, the gorillas now, they hadn't had any of them in the circus. They had a bear in the circus. We had a bear in the circus. This bear, he would dribble a basketball and go slam it in the rack and then go sit down on the bench.
You had them ride bicycles?
Yeah, but this one we had in the other circus, he didn't ride no bicycle. He basketball.
My partner said they all stink though. But one thing about it,
they're bears.
Yeah,
they're out in the woods. They stink. They got to leave. They stink. Yeah, they stink. There's a lot of stink people too.
True.
I saw a stink man in McDonald's the other day. I was sitting out eating, and he came kind of sat near me, and I had to get up and move. I wasn't no one say, "Well, I'm just gonna sit in and take this and enjoy this meal." Ain't no way. I said, "I'm not loving it," and I had to get up.
That's like being in New York. When you go on a train, some trains, man, it's just like the D train. Lord have mercy.
But they done cleaned them up a little bit. But still, you don't want to get on them trains. When I see them young kids on the train with their pants down and they sitting on that train with them thin drawers, you don't know what they going to catch.
They don't even think about that, but that's real.
No. But you like my nephew, he sat on one of them trains, and so whatever it was went through his drawers, and he had a rash on his ass for 2 weeks. He couldn't even play the championship basketball game.
Damn.
He had the shit standing up.
Damn.
Damn. He don't wear his pants down no more.
You know what? That's like
But you could get off of that train. You don't know who just sat there. Anybody homeless. You don't know what the fuck is on them trains, man, on them train seats. People be holding on to the pole and be eating potato chips and licking their fingers, and man, you come home from the train, man. You can't sit on your bed with them. You got to take the pants off.
Like them.
Think about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Like
even
them.
When you go to a public restroom and use the bathroom and do number 2, and you pull your pants down, the bottom of your pants is hitting the floor down there where all the people done pissed and missed the toilet. That's where your pants is at.
Yeah, true.
Down on that floor.
Damn, Lenny. I just ate a burger. But you're right. No, but you're making a lot of points, and that's a lot of food for thought. That's like even when you're taking a piss in a urinal, it's like, it's wet.
I seen this one dude, he was all up on it so close. I said, dude, back off the urinal, man. You getting shit all on your arms, shirt. What you wrong with you? Why are you so close to the motherfuckers? Back the fuck up. Damn. You all in the urinal.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, the
hygiene, I don't know how
man.
people do it.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't know how people can really, people ask me for my advice on stuff. I say, I don't know how they can sit on toilet seats and don't line them up with the toilet paper. I put toilet paper on all my seat. Even when I'm home, I line it up with because I don't want no cold ass. I don't want no sit on no cold toilet seat.
Yeah, I hear you. I definitely hear that.
So, my advice to all entertainers: they say, Lenny, what's your advice to young entertainers? Always take a good piss and shit before you go on stage. You'll have a better show.
A lot of people throw up. Have you ever thrown up before, like when you first starting out, before performance? No, you never
Not
threw
that
up?
I remember.
What was a better look for you, like New York, Cali? What was your, good solid performance where you were comfortable? And what any particular state?
You're gonna have that's where you get your bones at. That's nightly, and it's they say New York is a tough crowd, but if they love you, they love you.
Right.
And that's anywhere. And if they don't like you in Colorado, they don't like you in Colorado.
True.
But if they love you in Colorado, I think that by traveling and not with the circus and doing shows that didn't require a nightclub where people were drinking and everybody got a curse, on the comedy circuit. But out there on the street when I'm performing, everybody's walking by 8 to 80, white, black, straight, tall, gay. So now you got to be somewhere right in the middle where you can make a 7-year-old laugh and an 87-year-old laugh.
That's interesting.
And both of them give you $5.
That's interesting. Yo, and let's give a little background about how you started, like in stand up, and what's your story, Lenny?
I grew up in Savannah, Georgia, and as a boy, we would always listen to my dad, the dirty records playing in the living room. It was in the kids in the back and couldn't hear them, but we would hear all the laughter. I was always figuring out what the hell are they laughing at?
Pryor or Red?
Mom, maybe all way back before Richard Pryor.
Miles, maybe Skillet and Leroy, all them.
Meet Markham, all of them.
Yeah.
So finally, I didn't tell it, and I used to spend the summer in McRae, Georgia, with my cousins. They had a funeral home, so I would go down there I was about in the 5th grade. I would go down in the summer with them, help them embalm people. So at that time, they had Rudy Ray Moore, the Signified Monkey.
Yeah.
They had that album. So I had broke my arm on the mini bike showing off in front of this girl. So when I heard that record way down in the jungle deep, I said, shit, I got to learn this before I go back to school. So he had it on the record. So I put it on the record, and I took my pen and my paper out, and line for line, I wrote it down line for line. I put the record on and said, way down in the jungle deep. Boom, 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 boom. I stopped the record. I write that down. I started over. And then I started over every time. And I knew that fucking Signified Monkey I was in the 5th grade. I knew it front to. I could go on the school bus in the 6th grade and be preaching and do the Signified Monkey, cussing on the bus and take off a hat and pad the kids, give me quarters, nickels, and dimes.
You seen that movie with Eddie Murphy, Dolomite?
Oh yeah, I had to see that, man. I'm glad he did it, man. You know what I mean? Dolomite was just fantastic, man. Rudy Ray Moore. I went to see him in the basement in the church years ago before he died. He was doing a show in New York. It was some up on Madison Avenue.
Yeah.
I had a chance to meet the Wild Man Steve.
He's another crazy guy, man.
Yeah, he let me open up I was in the Navy, living in Charleston.
Okay.
And I heard that he was coming through at a club. So shit, when I found out where it was and went up there, first night met him and told him I was a young dude and in the Navy, and I just loved to stand up. And I remember as a boy listening to him, and I just thought he was my motherfucking hero.
Wow.
Next night, he told me to come back and let me do about 10 minutes for him opening up. Wild Man Steve. What was your material? You was just winging it? You was just off the cuff? Yeah, I was, doing the nasty stuff, but he was the bomb. I mean, you couldn't get no more nasty than him. From what I knew, like I said, Navy, but I still knew the signified monkey, and I knew about all of the. As a matter of fact, I knew all of his jokes, but I didn't do none of his jokes.
So that's
man. I don't remember what I did, but I remember he gave me that little opportunity, man. The why how man, Steve.
So those are your inspirations, like you said.
Yeah.
You know, like people slept on.
When I got to high school, they had a high school talent, 1979, and so they had to see it. So I did this high school talent show in my auditorium, which is about 300-400 screaming kids, your peers.
Right.
Now you can't curse. You're in 10th, you're in 12th grade, and the place is packed, it's energized. They just screaming off. So I'm the MC. I walk out on the stage. This is before the Apollo. They were trying to boo me. Somebody ended up throwing something toward the stage, and it was an egg. And I saw something coming out my eye, and I moved, and it hit the ground. And I said, you miss, your mama drink piss. And the whole audience started rolling. And after that, I was on my way. Because you got to be brutal with them peers. Because they were going to eat you alive.
Yeah.
I told one dude that mama had a wig with a chin strap. This was way back in 79.
Your mama had a wig with a chin strap. Oh,
chin strap. Yeah. I was doing stuff like that. So when your mama was so old, when she pumped dust. Way back. All the, so we playing the dozens back there.
I like that chin strap. That shit is funny.
So when I got in the Navy, I was on the submarine. They had a night called halfway night, where you get halfway through the patrols. It'll be 3 months on the submarine, so 150 days into the little talent night. Whether you get guitar, whether you sing or whatever. So I was doing comedy on the submarine.
Okay.
Doing the halfway night. So when I was in Charleston, they had the Charleston Comedy Club, and they had open mic night auditions and stuff like that. So I would go over there, and I would take the guys from the submarine with me. And the owner didn't mind, because I would bring like 20, 30 dudes from the submarine.
Right.
And that would basically double their pack the place. One time the submarine went to Fort Lauderdale, and I called up the comic Eddie Murphy when it was performing down there. And I told the club owner I was in the Navy. We was in the submarine in Fort Lauderdale, and we wanted to come through there. And he put me on the stage, man. I had like 30, 40 say with me, man.
How did that go?
It was great, man. It was great.
How was in the sub?
It was fun, man. It was in the cafeteria. It was a small little. It was fun, man. You know what I mean? I made a Stevie Wonder wig out of the mop.
But you did Stevie Wonder
at the end. Yeah.
But you did Stevie Wonder
out of a mop.
But you didn't Ray Charles and at the theater,
James Brown. Yeah, I do Ray Charles when I'm singing out there. I do some James Brown. Do some Sinatra, Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, your Louis is good. Yeah, and the Rays are excellent. I didn't know that you did a lot of those voices like that. Because I used to just see you do straight stand up. Like I said, Dangerfield, crazy shit. But I didn't know that.
I didn't know it was in me either. You know what I mean?
But you
talking
got
about the best Ray. That's Jamie Foxx, and you talking about them other guys that do.
No, but you're on point with that.
What's the guy named?
You got for
Jay Farrell.
Jay Farrell, he's excellent.
Man, they can do. They good.
They're very good. But the thing is, you're good as your Louis is just whoa. Yeah, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, most definitely. But I want to play this clip here and just stay on the phone. Stay on the phone. This is the one. It's a little combination of you'll hear it because I already did the boy. I played that one. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. You came up and you were thinking you threw the brothers in there, Garfield, Arsenal. I worked with Mitchell. Yeah. I worked with Arsenal over there. I came off to the Apollo. They went their separate way. I don't know what that was about, but
they kind of grew. I'm not sure. I know where Mitchell is. He's in Texas, and I speak with him on the and Messenger. Yeah, and I can't wait to see him again.
Mm-hmm.
Good dude. They both.
Yeah, because he was funny. I think it was Mitchell shorter one.
Yeah, Arsenal and Mitchell.
Yeah.
Arsenal was the shorter one.
Arsenal. Okay, that's who I worked with. And
Yes.
yeah, I had talent was on the show. Arsenal Mitchell. It was an interesting night. Ronnie, you remember Ronnie Wilkerson? That was my boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to hang out with Ronnie. That's who I first met. You know, Ronnie and Chris Rock over there at Stand Up New York. I had did a spot over at McKell's on Columbus, 95th and Columbus. You remember when they had that audition for me show? All the black comics. They had what's his name? George, Melvin George, Angela Scott.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I remember something like that.
Ronnie was there, Chris Rock, and Doug. Well, Doug had his own lane. You know, when he was with Uptown, yeah, you know, those cats. And you know, but yeah, I want to show this, and we can talk more about Uptown and about the difference, like the white clubs and the black clubs, black rooms. A lot of black comics couldn't work the white rooms, couldn't come up to Dangerfields for whatever reason. But you know, there was a lot of would that be called segregation or whatever? But black comics worked. A lot of black comics didn't want to work black rooms. Couldn't work black rooms. You know, like a Wally. What was that cat from Long Island?
Right, I know you talking.
You know
about,
what I'm talking
certain
about.
Comics that have material, but it's where they grew up at. You know, it's nothing against them. You know, you got some black comics that kill in white rooms.
True.
They die in the black rooms. You know, you got some comics who came through the Apollo that bombed. You know what Seth told me? They went on to get HBO specials.
Yeah. You know what Seth told me over at the Pips? He said, you know, I'm trying to get a weekend there. I'm getting those $20 spots on Thursday. Stuff. Yo, Seth, what's up, man? When I'm gonna get the weekend? He told me, yo, George, you're not Brooklyn enough. I'm born in Brooklyn. He tells me I'm not Brooklyn enough. Huh?
Okay.
What does that mean, Lenny? The fuck does that mean? I'm not Brooklyn enough.
Maybe you wasn't Italian enough. Maybe you know whatever. You know what I mean? You know, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's what he. Well, I'm saying some of the shit that they tell you, you know, Brooklyn enough. I ended up in the weekends there, but for the fact that he actually said that. But yeah, I'm gonna play this clip, Lenny, and then I'm back, and then we get into it.
Okay.
Lenny Vonnegut, everybody. Huh? No doubt.
Thank you.
Guys, nobody brings you more talent in New York City on the streets than old Boogie Bob, and today I got something special. Today I got Lenny Hoops, and this guy is amazing. I hope you enjoy this as much as I do.
You can talk about the pit, barbecue, the bama jumping, the people mess around.
Ray Charles,
they do the mess around. They do the mess around. Everybody do the mess around.
Come on, at home, everybody.
Everybody would do your game.
Flossing.
They did the boogie woogie with a steady roll. They mess around. They doing the mess around. They doing the mess around.
Everybody do the mess around.
There's not a day goes by I don't feel regret. Not because I'm in here, but because you think I should. I look back on the way I was then, a young, stupid kid who committed that terrible crime. I want to talk to him. I want to try to talk some sense to him. Tell him the way things are, but I can't. You see, that kid's long gone, and this old man is all that's left. I gotta live with that. Rehabilitated? It's just a bullshit word. Go on, stamp your form, sonny, and stop wasting my time. Because to tell you the truth, I don't give a shit.
That's good to me. Don't you know she's alright? Don't you know she's alright? She's alright, she's never rumbles of fusses, always treats me right. Never running in the streets, and leaving me alone. She knows a woman plays. Right there now, here home, I got a woman way over town. That's good to me. Oh, yeah. Then I got a woman way over town. That's good to me. Oh, yeah. Don't you, my baby? Don't you understand? Yeah, and I'm a lover, man. And I got a woman way over town. That's good to me. Oh, yeah, come on. Don't you know she's alright? Don't you know she's alright? She's alright, she's
Lenny Hoops, everybody. Yo, Lenny.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was just showing a whole clip, a little collage I had put together. The last piece was how Lenny Hoops walks into a club.
Oh, yeah. We filmed that when we were out with the Cannonball show. When I was shooting the guy at the cannon, I was his MC, and I was shooting him out the cannon. I worked with him for like 5 years.
Yeah, you wear some incredible outfits, B. I mean, you know, real slick, real sharp. Yeah.
Well, you know, that was when I was in the circus. You know, it was required, well, not required, but if you're gonna be like a ringmaster or MC, you just can't go out there with the Air Jordans on and no offensive Air Jordans or the jeans with the holes in them, or the FUBU jacket and shirts and stuff. It's got to look like Diana Ross. It's got to have some bling to it. If you're going to be ringmaster, if you're going to go out there and say, ladies and gentlemen, you can't come out there with some Vans tennis shoes on.
Yeah.
So that's when I was in the circus. I was wearing all that stuff, but now I'm just wearing whites because the stuff that I'm singing required. Well, it fits the outfit. You know, Louis Armstrong, he never wear no beach tip. So in order for me to come, I need to wear something according to what I'm singing that stand out. It's like a uniform. It's like a costume.
Right.
You know, it's like Ronald McDonald. If he put on anything else, you wouldn't know he was Ronald McDonald.
True. Yeah. That's real.
That's his brand. That's what he, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Burger King man gonna always look like Burger King man. You know, so it's all in trying to brand it and sticking to it, you know. That's why I'm wearing white suits now.
Gotcha.
People recognize me from New York to LA. They may see me singing in Central Park. And then 4 months later, they singing on the street in California.
Yeah,
they know what they'll do. They'll pull out their phone and show me that they took a picture with me. They know it's me because it's the white suit.
Yeah.
They ain't even got to say, was that the black guy that was singing? We saw it now. He said singing Luton. Nah, that's him. Gotta recognize it. You know what I mean? You gotta recognize it.
Yeah, I want to show this one where you're in the club, you're doing Satchel, you're doing Ray, James Brown.
Oh yeah, I shot that at the Hawthorne VA what they call it, the Legion Club, the VA Club. Yeah, rented out that hall.
Yeah, that was a nice piece there too.
Yeah, it was a nice piece. And even though the place wasn't packed, it wasn't even about that. It was about getting it in hand. And the cameraman that I had was just excellent. Drew Shotcher. That's his name. I give a shout out to him. You can look him up on Instagram. His name is Drew. Drew Shotcher. Shhoya. Drew Shotcher.
Drew
He shot
Shotcher.
that
He
music
shot
video.
that. Yeah, no doubt.
Shot
Yeah.
that for my videos. He shot that I Love You video at Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, that's a nice presentation there. You gave all your, 3 years old, you had a bank account.
Oh yeah, that was serious. All that was serious, man.
Yeah, I can tell. You thanked everybody and, all the tools. So you learned all the tools and stuff. It's interesting. So, yeah, I played that up front, and that's what I had planned before I brought you out, before we got
Thank
into
you,
it.
brother.
Yeah,
Thank you.
most definitely. And you'll see it, you'll see a copy of this.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
Yes, I
then,
couldn't leave you hanging, man. I don't know why it wouldn't do the audio, but I'm gonna
no, but
go
yeah,
to T-Mobile tomorrow and find out. Might have been something I did inside the phone before I even, because it wouldn't let me. It said allow camera. I said a camera and mic, yes, and then it said enter studio with no mic. I didn't want to hit that button. I said I don't want to enter the studio with it, but then eventually I had to hit it in order to get in, and then it wouldn't give me no audio.
Anyway, yeah.
Dirty sons of guns.
But because I know, like, no time on the street. I mean, time with me is time away from you, doing what you do and getting money.
Well, no, I appreciate. No, I had to set the time, for you, man, because we go back a long way, and you're doing some things, and I've been watching other guys on the show, and I appreciate the platform. You know what I mean? Sometimes I would sit in here and talk to myself.
Yeah, I hear you.
I would tell these selves my stories, not knowing that, but I know they're true.
It's
but
true.
I write them down. So I'm writing my little memoir book. I got 3 little memoir books I'm writing, and they're gonna be in 3 different phases. The first one is called Hopping Street, and that's the street that I grew up on in Savannah. Second one is called The Show Business, and that's from the time that started stand up, got out of high school when I did the show at the auditorium on the way up until I got to the Jam, Apollo, and all. The last one is called My Sister's Life.
Okay.
And it tells you all of from the times, everything in the circus, from the midget 2 wives of the contortionist,
Damn.
the tiger getting loose out the cage and stuff, and
Oh Lord.
all of that.
Yo, so
Trailers burn up.
a tiger got loose?
Yeah, he was in Ohio. A tiger got loose. Yep, he got loose backstage, and luckily he ran into the barn. He was scared himself because once they come out of that cage, they go into the ring in the arena, and that's when they do their thing. Back in their cages, they some mean sons of bitches. You have to separate them tigers. They all got their own cage.
What?
Yeah, the tiger trainer, he the only one can go in there after they done feed him inside the ring. When he get them all inside the big ring with his stick, and they all sitting up on it, he in control then. But he still don't turn his back on him. He don't know them tigers. He can go up to them and hug them and kiss them and slap them and do all of that. But he'll tell you now, they'll eat your ass alive.
Damn.
And he go up in there, beat a tent up in there. He go in there with a little stick, with a piece of wood, talking, yeah. I said, yeah, you go ahead. Yeah. Good boy. I said to myself, shit.
Yeah. It's crazy in the motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're daredevils, so they badass in the circus. You know what I mean? There wasn't no joke in the circus.
What was the most amazing thing you've seen in the circus? Amazing act, I should say.
I mean, every day was basically amazing, but I think it was a time when, man, we shot him out the cannon. We was in Idaho, and cannon went out. Wasn't no electricity.
Damn.
And I had the MC the show. Well, we had electricity, but not in the cannon.
Yeah.
I had to do like 10 minutes of singing and dancing and pulled it out my yitty yang yang.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was one.
Okay.
Another time I was in Milwaukee at the Panther Arena, and I had this game I invented called the Buckethead game.
That's the
where
one where you kick the
where I kick the heads in the can.
yeah.
So they turn off all the lights in the arena, put me in the center ring, put the light on the can. I had 3 tries to get it. The first try didn't go in. Second try didn't go in. And of course, you know the magic happened on the 3rd try. When I kicked it and went in, the whole arena lit up. I was circus gold at that point. I couldn't do no wrong.
What?
Yeah, boy.
Yo. So how many people under the big?
Yep.
How
When
many
we
people?
did our shows. We mostly did our shows in the modern circus. Now we mostly did our shows in arenas. When I say arenas, like we go to Wisconsin and we'll do the Wisconsin State Arena, where the Badgers play, the University of Wisconsin. We would do arenas. We would do Minneapolis. We would do the Target Center, where the Timberwolves play.
Right.
Do arenas like that, and then we would do outdoor things like racetracks, and then we would do small little towns where they just had barns. I mean, he was getting that money in big towns, small towns. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday hit the small town. The weekend we hit the big cities: Dallas, Shreveport.
How was traveling with them? I mean, like conditions and stuff.
I didn't have to drive really. I didn't have to drive. They bought me a trailer,
Mm-hmm.
and then the circus owner bought a truck to pull it, and he gave me the trailer. When I left the circus, he told me it was mine. I didn't have to pay him for it. Or he said that was my gift from him. And then he tried to give me the truck. He bought it like a little Dodge Ram 500. And not that I didn't want the truck, I just didn't want to drive the truck back to California. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because when I came back to California, I had a fire in my building, which changed the whole game. I was able to keep the trailer. And I was able to go back to Texas and work for circus after the fire. And I ended up giving that trailer to somebody else in another circus. So the trailer was given to me, excuse me, and I ended up giving it to somebody else.
Wow.
And it felt good. It felt good. It didn't feel like, oh man, I can't get rid of this trailer. You got to buy this trailer for me. Nah, I didn't buy the trailer. The circus owner bought the trailer and gave it to me as a gift. Gave it to me as a gift for entertaining his. He said, I bought something new to the circus. I bought the Buckethead game. I bought entertainment for the kids and, something different. But he saw me on the beach performing. That's where he first saw me at. Martin Luther King weekend. That's how he found me.
What beach?
I was out performing.
What beach?
Santa Monica Beach. Yeah.
Is that where you're at now? Is that where you perform a lot?
Yep. There. I perform Venice Beach. I go down there sometime. I go down to crypto.com, where the Lakers play. I go down to, last week I was down there at the USC Michigan, outside the football game performing. A lot of fun. People, crowds, coming in. I do Yankee Stadium when I come to New York. I do US Open when I'm in New York. The Subway, Central Park, Union Square. So many places, you know what I mean? Charlie Barnett had the right idea. You perform for the people.
Yeah.
Not saying forget the club owners, but, I still, right now I'm doing fairs, working in fairs. Got a little leeway in some fairs where they hired me to come and sing like 6-7 sets a day at 30 minutes a pop. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a good pay. But I'm singing my Louis Armstrong. I'm singing the old school stuff.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Louis on point.
Elvis Presley, I changed from blue suede shoes to white shoes.
Okay.
I put the humor. I put the humor inside of those songs.
Right.
Because those guys were entertainers back then. Sammy was an entertainer. James was an entertainer. Louis was an entertainer. Frank Sinatra was an entertainer. Elvis was an entertainer. They were all in real, true entertainers. They could stand there and talk, sing, and joke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They were entertainers.
Yeah. If you don't believe that, you can look at some of
They were
the
musicians.
the Rat Pack with Dean Martin and
Exactly.
Sammy,
They played an instrument. Louis Armstrong played an instrument.
yeah. Sammy played every instrument. The
Played-
drums.
So,
Yeah,
you know,
that's right.
Prince is an entertainer. You know, Marvin entertainer.
Yeah.
You know, you look at somebody like Tommy Davidson. Oh my God, entertainers. Tommy Davidson. I don't think he's ever been underrated. Like, he just a badass. Him and
Jamie Foxx.
You look at Murphy, but Tommy Davidson, he got something different and special. You know, Eddie Murphy can do impressions, and Jamie Foxx can do impressions, but Tommy Davidson,
And Jamie could sing.
Jamie can sing. But when Tommy Davis started doing that Spanish, blah, 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 oh my God, that dude is he's off the chain. Arnez J is off the chain. You know what I mean? We just think about all of the funny dudes, you know, that I just watched now. And when I was coming up, even after I was in the comedy game, you know, I never hated on somebody. Say, oh, why he got it and I didn't. A lot of cats was funny, man. And you funny when it's your time, man. You know what I mean? We all ball. We all don't get that break. But that don't mean nothing.
That's true. That's real.
It don't mean nothing.
No, not at all. You're right.
You can go out on the street and make $100 a day. Hey, 7 days a week, that's $700.
Right there. Yeah.
But you can't go out and buy no bunch of tennis shoes and a bunch of clothes in your closet. Anytime you got more money in your closet and clothes than you got in the bank, they got your ass.
Yeah.
How you got $40,000 clothes in your closet and you ain't got but $100 to your name?
Yeah. Some
As name brand clothes ain't making you no money. The only clothes make you money is your uniform or your costume.
That's it.
Why you got Gators, 559, 50 caps to match your fucking tennis shoes and all these jeans with the holes in them, and it don't mean shit. You washing them jeans every week, paid triple for what you paid for them, just washing them the whole year. Then you want to know why you ain't got no money. White man, they give me we ain't got no job. We all going to them bullshit ass clothes. You die, you can't take them bitches with you.
No,
They ain't worth nothing.
that's a
They
fact.
gonna give them away.
That is a fact. And
Why you got all them clothes in your closet? Why? What's wrong with us?
I don't know.
Just keep blaming. You can't blame Trump. You can't blame nobody. Go look in your closet, and that's where your fucking money is.
Yeah.
Every time a pair of tennis shoes come out, you got to go get the new fucking Jordans or the new this one. And every NBA player got a pair of tennis shoes, you know, with all of the colors in it, and everybody running to fucking get a pair of tennis shoes. 300 pair of fucking tennis shoes they got.
Yeah.
They talking about ain't no jobs.
They got
your job is to go buy tennis shoes. Well, they ain't got no housing for us. They ain't got this for us. No, because you don't give a fuck care about clothes and tennis shoes and weed. And that's the truth.
That is
Anytime
the truth.
you got more money in your closet, and I don't give a damn. I don't care if you get mad with you listen. I'm telling you this shit. If you got more money in your closet and clothes than you got in the bank, they got your ass.
Yeah.
Fuck, you a policeman and your uniform make you money, and you got $80,000 worth of Gators in your closet and $20,000 worth of 3-piece suits and mink coat. What for? For what? To hang in the fucking closet, your house catch on fire? All that clothes, you ain't impressing nobody with that shit.
Amazing.
All
You're
clothes,
right.
and then if you're entertaining, and if you're an entertainer, they should be paying you to wear some of that shit.
True. Yeah.
So I ain't gonna go and buy all this Louis Vuitton and flash a Gucci watch and this and that. Yeah, fuck that. They're not paying me to wear it, so why am I wearing it? I just started using deodorant, Lucy. I stopped using deodorant. I said, you know what, they ain't paying me to use it. I ain't gonna use
Oh,
it.
damn. Yeah. My boy said Eddie Freitas says he's got another memoir that maybe you should consider. It's called One Trailer and Two Midgets.
Yeah, you know, but I'm telling you, man, there's a whole story behind that, man. I could tell you some stories, man. But I had to hide it in my trailer. They looked all over for that in that trailer for it. They looked all over. They looked in the refrigerator. They looked in the oven. They looked up the toilet seat. They couldn't find her.
Damn.
They couldn't find her.
Damn.
They looked under the bed. They looked everywhere. I hit her. And then when they left, I went by the bed and I pulled out the pillowcase. And then when I went to pull out the pillowcase, shit, it was her sister. I said, these midgets done pull a fast one on my monkey ass.
I didn't beat my pants. That was so funny.
These bitches done switch midgets on me, dog.
You know you can't make them funny.
You can't.
One trailer and two midgets. That shit is funny.
One trailer and two midgets, man. You know? All good. All good. And, you know?
Yo, Lenny,
And
I
can
want
cook. And can cook more than midgets can cook.
They can cook, huh?
Oh my God, they can cook. They literally have to put foot in it.
Oh shit. You crazy. Yo, I want to play this. We've been an hour and 20 minutes, right?
I don't know. I'm just talking having fun, man. You know what I mean? I ain't even looking at the time no more.
But what I want to do, I want to play this. This is the one I put together with this. This is the one where you're in the club. You're doing Louis. You're doing the one with Ray is low, but it's Ray. It's still Ray. You know what I'm saying?
Georgia on my mind.
Georgia on my mind, yes, sir. And the one with
Do
Louis,
you know what it means to miss New Orleans?
man. Yeah.
Living in America.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, so I want you to stay there, or
Okay.
and then play it and take on that, and then how like the arrangement why I broke the director down on that, and I still got a lot more to talk about, but you're saying, but I don't want to do too much. I don't want to overdo. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. Well, it's left up to you. I mean, it's your thing. You're to be that you want to talk to me. You know what I mean?
Oh, most definitely. But yeah,
Some people want to talk to me, and I don't want to talk to them.
No doubt. Yeah, here it is now.
Let it rip.
Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans and miss it each night and day? I know I'm not wrong. The feeling's getting stronger the longer I stay away. I miss the moss-covered vines, the tall sugar pines, where mockingbirds used to sing. And I'd like to see the lazy Mississippi hurrying into spring. Oh, the Mardi Gras do fill the air with Cajun tunes. Oh, I dream of magnolias in June and wishing I was there. Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans, when that's where you left your heart? And there's something more. I miss the one I care for more than I miss New Orleans.
Oh, my makeup's coming off. Oh, Lord.
New York City. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. The vagabond shoe are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in the city that never sleeps. Oh yes, and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. Oh, number one, yeah. These small town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Oh, New York. Oh,
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through. Just that old sweet song. Keep Georgia on my mind. I said, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you. Comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out to me. Other eyes smile tenderly. Still in the peaceful dreams I see, the road leads back to you. I said, Georgia, oh, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song. Keep Georgia on my mind. Words that James Brown was singing. But since I'm from Georgia, I'm going to translate all the words for you right now. Got to get you James Brown stuff. Yay! Superhighway! Coast to coast. Easy to get to anywhere. On that transcontinental overload. Just hide behind the wheel. How does it feel? Let's do far. And somewhere along the way, you may find out who you are. Yay! Yay! Station to station. Yay! Hand in hand across the nation. Yay! Got to have a celebration. Rock my soul. Ow. No pain. Backpacks. Many miles of railroad tracks.
Yes, indeed. Master showman. Master. I mean, yo, B, you know, your training and hell of an experience, man. Like, you know, from stand up, the Navy. What was like in a submarine? You know, one of my favorite movies, Crimson Tide. Gene Hackman, Denzel Washington.
Yeah, I was mad because they ain't called me up to be in the movie.
Did you put in for that?
I ain't know how to get nowhere near them shows back then. But
Yeah.
I'm just going to write my own little submarine little thing. That's all I've been just doing. Keeping up all my funny shit that happened on the submarine. You know, but being on it was dangerous, but it was very quiet down there. We made money. I did, you know. I saved a lot of money because you couldn't spend money. They paid you in advance, and you take you 3 months in advance, and you put it in the bank. And when you come back, shit is still there. And then they're paying you every 2 weeks, and then they do that for like 3 months, and then you go out to sea again. They give you another advance pay, another $25,000. Now you got $50,000 in the fucking bank account. You ain't been in the Navy a year.
Damn. So they give you 25,000, you know, for the 3 months that you're going out.
Yeah, because I was in the Navy. I was on a submarine, so they would give me all my pay. I had submarine pay, I had sea pay, I had hazardous duty pay, my regular pay, and a few other little shit that just kept adding on. So they had to pay me that for 3 months. So each one of them like 25, 26,000.
Damn.
So you put that in the bank, right? January, and you're under the water January, February, March. You come back a little bit in April. Now you're getting your regular 2 week paycheck. So they pay you every 2 weeks in the Navy, 15th, 30th. But now you're getting paid every 2 weeks. You don't really need to touch that. You just left in the fucking bank. But all the white boys, they want to go buy cars, and some of them was married, and wives took all the money. They had to pay bills, but I was single. I had no wife at that point. So my money went boom in the bank. And that went on for many years.
Damn.
So when I got out the Navy, my mom and them, everybody said I was broke. I need to get a job, but I had the money stacked there. I couldn't tell them I had it. It was, it was, but I couldn't use it. I didn't buy no expensive cars, and I ain't do none of that. I just honed in my little comedy craft. Went to New York, auditioned for the Apollo. I won the amateur night one night. I beat out 29 singers. Won $1,000 on the Top Dog at the Apollo. That was January 1988. I mean 87.
Damn.
Yeah. 29 singers. Ralph Cooper Jr., old man Ralph Cooper Jr.
Yeah.
29 singers.
So had the original, he left, or
well, the son had taken over.
Son had taken over. Okay.
The old Ralph Cooper Jr., the old man with the strap.
Right.
He was there. I won that night, and when he came in the back, he said, "Son," he counted me out 10 $100 bills. Paid me $1,000. How much I won that? He said, "Son, now they know what you look like." He said, "So I suggest you put this money out of here."
No doubt. Wow.
And I put the money in my boots, and I went through the back door back then. My girl Cheryl was waiting on me. My friend from Charleston from long ago. I was in the Navy, and her mom and them that lived in Brooklyn. So I had called them up, but I knew I was talking. I asked them, could I stay? So I stayed there for a couple of months, while I was in New York. And when I went backstage to that parlor that night, George, this is what I had in my pocket.
What?
I had $2. I had $2 to my name, and I had a melting Snickers bar.
Damn.
A Snickers bar that was melting in my pocket. That's all I had, motherfucker. That's all I had. And I came out that bitch with $1,000.
Yo, so that's memoir number 4.
That's what, number 4?
Memoir number 4.
Oh yeah,
$2 in the Snicker bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never forget that one, boy.
Mm.
Won the top dog that night. Beat out 29 singers. I went out there with a big pair of underwear. And then I asked the girl if she had the receipt for her hair. And that was when the weave was popular back then. You know, I say, baby, you got the receipt for your hair?
But you went out there in your underwear.
No, I had on a big pair of, and I didn't have them on. I had a big pair of female underwear that I pulled out my pocket and told me I was dating a big fat girl.
Uh-huh.
I pulled out them underwear and that did it.
That was it.
That was it. This underwear could have fit. These were big underwear. I ain't talking about no regular. I got these bitches from a thrift store somewhere. These was like 12X size underwear.
These were bloomers. Yeah.
Bigger than bloomers. Quilts.
Damn.
I had to unfold them and I had to fold them up to put them in my pocket. But I didn't fold them up. Tight. Big underwear. It's on there, Paulo. You show them shows. It's on there. I think Sinbad was the host at one point.
What?
And then Steve Harvey was the host at one point.
So you was there right around the Sinbad.
Yeah, well, what happened was that when Sinbad left, they had auditions. They had Terry Hodges, Ralph Harris, me, Mark, somebody else. Mark Curry ended up getting the job.
Curry got it, yeah. Mm.
But he had to show hanging with Mr. Cooper, so they needed the, publicity, you know what I mean?
Right.
They needed somebody, and that was the smart move. It wasn't, none of us didn't have a TV show or nothing like that, so he got hanging with Mr. Cooper. And then when he left, Steve had the job. I think we came in and auditioned again. At least I did.
Mm.
But yeah, but he had the TV show, so that's how they ended up getting those jobs, which makes sense. They already on NBC. They got a show. It just makes it more popular.
Yeah.
Transfer them other viewers right on over to your Apollo viewers. Transfer all his hanging with Mr. Cooper views all over here just to Showtime at the Apollo on Saturday night.
Mm.
And then they do commercials for them in between the products, That's how they was getting commercials, cutting deals with the agents.
Right.
So I remember when I was little, my mama took me to a concert in Savannah, Georgia. I might have been about 8 years old, to see James Brown at Savannah Civic Center.
Okay.
And opening, I remember where I sat. I remember what I had on and everything. And opening up for James Brown was the Jackson 5.
Oh, what?
And boy,
What?
when I got home, I couldn't go to sleep that night.
Damn. Mm.
I was sliding all around the floor, up and down, jumping off the sofa. They had to beat my ass to sleep.
Mm.
I was moonwalking. I was doing everything I could remember that I couldn't go to sleep that night.
Mm.
And maybe that's why I am like I am now for the entertainment. I saw them in one night, didn't even realize it. Until years and years and years and years and years and years later when I out there perform, I said, God damn, I remember going to see them. And I said, no, I got ass whooping that night. I couldn't go to sleep that night.
Damn.
I was like, go to bed, go to bed, go to sleep. I can't go to sleep. I'm sliding, dancing and shit like shit.
James Brown and then the Jackson 5.
And you're gonna have to stop this dance, motherfucker. You're gonna get some more anger, get an ass in your pants.
Another ass whooping. That's too funny.
Well,
You ever see Pygmy Markham live?
Huh?
You ever see Pygmy Markham? The Here Come the Judge?
I seen clips of him, yeah. I remember Pygmy Markham, yeah. Sure do.
But I know, like back in the day, like James Brown, used to work. I saw them. They brought me as a little boy to the Apollo. James Brown, he did that. Please, 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 Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, I got a little cake when I'm out there on the beach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I put on that cape, man, and tear him up. When I put on that cape, man, started running around, that would just make my James Brown more interesting, you know, because I put it on. And then what I started doing too was I found a small cape for a kid.
Okay.
So the other day, this kid was watching. I said, "You want to get in?" He came over. I put the cape on him. Shit, showstopper. All the white folks stop. Everybody stop.
What?
You got a little kid dancing to James Brown in the red cape, and I got on the red cape too. Come on, man.
Damn.
That's what makes the show. That's what make it. That's what make it magic every day when you go out there. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
They'll try to steal my tip jar. Some people drunk, you know, they'll try to run by and grab my money and run with it.
You ever had that?
Any day,
you had to run people down?
Huh?
You have to run people down to get your money back?
A few times I had to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be part of the story too. My road to show business.
You out there hustling, you know, making it and trying to make it happen, and then here comes this dude. I mean, sometimes is it females, sometimes it's just guys.
Guys.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So that's why one day I just started to get a 30-gallon trash can as my tip jar.
Yeah, I seen that. I was gonna ask you about that.
And that was working until about 2 months ago. This dude came by. He was acting like he dropped me a tip in there. And about 30 minutes later, I'm out there singing. This fool grabs the whole trash can and starts to run with the shit.
What?
And I had to start chasing him down, and one of my shoes came off.
I know you caught him, though.
He got away with some of the money, but George, what was so funny, when I was walking back to where all of my equipment was, I was laughing at myself. I say, "Here I am looking like a milkman chasing this motherfucker for my milk can."
Damn. Damn.
Yeah, I am a 65-year-old motherfucker. And I remember what he looked like. I'm going to see him again. And when I see him again, I'm going to see him again.
No doubt. That's all. Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. No hard out there and let you just take my run away with it. No.
Not like that. Yeah.
Not like that. You try to come by there, put $1 tip in it, and you try to come back later on off some weed. I said, "No, I don't want no weed." Then the third time you come, you size up now.
Right. Right.
I mean, looking at my 30-gallon can, you know what I mean? You done seen a 20 in there. You done seen a 10 in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you couldn't just reach in there and grab. You had to grab the whole can. Now I just have to keep my generator inside to run my extension cord outside to the speaker. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So now when people put money in the can, I just take the big one, put them in my back pocket.
Gotcha.
The 10s and the 5s and that kind of stuff. I just put them in my back pocket. You know. But yeah, they'll try to get you every day, player.
Yeah.
People are wonderful, and then you got one or two of the bad ones, you know, they got to do what they got to survive.
But you got to be on point, man, to make you know, get through your day as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, well, yeah, you know. I keep a little bit of pepper spray.
Okay.
A little miniature baseball bats.
Mm-hmm.
Some extension cords. Butter knives.
Right.
The left foot and the right foot.
Yeah. No doubt.
2 uppercuts.
Yeah, all that.
You know, you might get a few bites off the ear. I might pull a Mike Tyson on him.
You got to do what you got to do. Fuck that. Yeah. Yeah.
He'll always remember. He'll always remember. He ain't never gonna forget that. When I see him again. And I will see him again because, you know, when people do things like that, they in the area. They're gonna try it again on somebody else, and I'm gonna see him again, and I probably won't be wearing my white suit, and that's when he ain't gonna recognize me.
Right.
And that's when it's gonna happen.
My boy Eddie Prather said, "Watch out for the midgets."
No, you got to watch out for them. You know what I mean? You got to keep looking up, keep looking down, keep looking up, keep looking down. You know, but they're a lot of fun. You know, you go to a midget convention, you're gonna have a party. It's just that you're gonna have to crawl on the dance floor. You can't just walk up there, you know, bumping into all the midgets. You got to get down on their level.
Yeah, that's funny. Yo, Liddy, I love you, brother. I appreciate you. I want to thank you, man. And how do you want to leave it? What do you want everybody to know in regards to seeing you? How they can get in touch with you?
Well, I'm on the Instagram. I'm Lenny Hoops. That's how they can find me now. And my email is lennyhoops10@yahoo.com. I do shows. I get bookings. You can email me if you want. I do birthday parties. I do bar mitzvahs. You know, I don't do windows and hangings.
No doubt.
And I do drive-bys, but I don't do hangings. You know what I mean? I do fights. You know, you may come sing a fight, a national anthem or something. You know, at a car show or whatever. You know what I mean? The divorce proceeding or whatever you need me to perform. You know what I mean?
You're there.
I'm available.
Yeah, you're available. No doubt.
I'm available. But yeah, I'll be performing in Denver November 30th through the December 5th at the International Eastern Fair Association case for the Eastern Fairs.
Say that again.
I'm excited. A showcase for the Eastern Fairs.
That's in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, at the convention center. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
You definitely stay busy, brother. And minute, man, another time, you know.
I'm gonna keep you posted, you know, let you know little midget sons, you know what I mean? They you know how them kids is.
How old are they now?
I don't even know how.
What?
She kept secret. They could be 10, they could be 12. I left the circus. I left the circus in 2015, 16.
Eddie says he show us some midgets. He wants to see, you know, the pictures of them, and
they're all over. You just Google midgets, and you'll see a lot of them. They come in different shapes, sizes, and he want to see the ones I was dealing with.
He want to see the ones
you see one midget, tell me you see them all.
He heard you, but everybody. How did they care? How did you? You know, they caught your attention. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've seen some fine midgets, man.
I'm trying to tell you now, man. They're just as sweet as they want to be, but when you piss them off, woo-wee.
Some of them are really stacked up. I mean, you know, like they got that little tight body anyway.
Oh my God! I'm built like a spark plug.
Yeah, man. You know, I mean, at first I ain't gonna front. I thought you were bullshit. I thought you were, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was a bit, but yeah, you know, two midgets.
Man, Midget Love. Didn't you see the TV show Midget Love?
You know, that's why I kept saying, because I'm trying to put it all together. Like I said, Lenny is pulling my leg. Lenny is fucking with me.
The midgets, man, they you know, like I say, they people.
Oh yeah.
Like I say, they had midget convention. Like I used to go out with this one girl. She was cockeyed, and then she took me to a cockeyed convention.
Oh,
everybody in the convention was cockeyed, man. This shit was it. I ain't gonna lie. I must have laughed the whole motherfucking 3 days at that shit. By the time I left out that bitch, I was cockeyed.
Yo, man.
I told my girl, I said, listen, I know you cockeyed, and everybody else here. I said, but goddamn it, I've been here 2 days, bitch, and I'm cockeyed. Yeah.
Damn. Oh man, yo, Lenny, you crazy. You always been.
Shit. I had to wear glasses.
Yo, so you know what? It's Lenny Hoops, aka Lennox. I read the Lennox.
Lennox. Wanted though. That's what.
Oh, Lennox.
That's on my birth certificate.
Lennox. No
Lennox Rosby.
Lennox Rosby.
And them kids found out my name was Lennox Rosby in junior high.
You had to fight.
I had to fight, nigga. I had to fight.
Yeah.
Nigga, I had to fight. They called my house 10 o'clock at night. Man, I speak to Lennox.
Oh shit.
I speak to Rosby. Nigga, I had to fight. But guess what?
What?
When I got to college and went to Morehouse and told the girls my name was Rosby, I was getting all the pussy. Rosby, Lennox Rosby was a hell of a name. Just went for them stupid motherfuckers in high school, them sexy bitches in college at Spelman.
What?
They like the name Rosby.
Smart Spelman was right across the way, right? From you were in Morehouse?
Yeah, it was their sister school.
Yeah.
You went over there to get your. That's where you went to Clark College and Morris Brown.
No doubt. Yeah.
You know.
So Rosby works?
It worked.
I might change my name to Rosby now. George Rosby.
Rosby. She said Rosby. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's unique. That's very original.
I was bumping off the juniors up around.
Damn.
Seniors up in Morris Brown. I was on the football team, but I was the 8th string quarterback.
Okay. But you was getting pussy. You was fucking.
Oh, man, I tell you, man, pussy was free back in them days.
Yeah.
Remember when we could get free pussy back in them days?
Yeah, you didn't have to worry about nothing. Yeah.
You need X amount of followers on TikTok and Facebook and all. You need a big following. Pussy ain't free no more.
Nah, it's you got to negotiate some ass. Yeah.
So no, I ain't paying for all of that. I was like, I'll wait.
You're 3 years old and you had a bank account, so I already know.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was third grade. Cents an hour.
You're getting dope, man. Yeah.
My day was to check at the end of the week, $27.50.
That was money back then, for
well,
sure.
Who you telling?
And you didn't trick off your money. You didn't fuck your money up. Yeah.
No, I couldn't because I was in the 3rd and 4th grade. You know, put it in the bank. So when time school came back around again, I had close to $1,000 in the bank.
Oh my goodness, yo, B. Yeah.
So I could buy my own little Converse, Croquettes, shoes and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could get my girlfriend a gift for Christmas and shit like that. I had money.
You had money?
Just because I had it, my mom and them, they wouldn't let me just spend it. You know what I mean? And I was in competition with my brother. I wanted to have more money in the bank than him, even if it was $3 more. So I would put in $2 more at the end of the week. I put in 20 in the bank, keep $7.50 from a week from a lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So every week I put in $20. I mean, put in 22, 23. I find some money on the street, some quarters, some nickels and dimes. I had to have more of my big brother.
What happened to that car? That fine ass car you had? The one that
it was ended up probably it was in the garage over there on 125th Street, and I ended up having to sell it.
Mm.
Yeah. Ended up having to sell.
That was a badass ride. Damn. Mm.
You get more cars. There's so many cars in the world.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt. You had fun with that bad boy. I know that.
I sure did.
Mm. So, Lenny, we'll talk.
Okay, my friend.
Brother, and I appreciate you, and thank you so much.
Appreciate you. Peace and love.
Peace, always. No doubt.
All right.
All right. Yes. Lenny Hoops. Lennox. Vado. There he is. My man. Yeah, he's very talented. Like I said, master show, man. I appreciate that. Because very interesting. And I'll tell you the truth, we only really scratched the surface. I know those memoirs he's got coming out is going to be very, very entertaining. And, he'll fill us in on more of that. I got a memoir coming out too. Now I've been working on it for a little minute with Yeah, my boy turned me on to this videographer. His I'm not even gonna go into it. I'm just the next time, hopefully the next 2 months or so, I'm gonna showcase something. I don't know if I'm gonna do a little short story, a movie, or whatever, or just a book. But I'm gonna have something visual, interesting. But yeah, so great show tonight with Lenny Hoops, and I appreciate that, brother. Want to thank him, and then I always leave it with tell your loved ones that you love them. Don't be afraid to say that word. Let them know life is short. So just, hey, brother, I love you. You call your sister, you call your cousin, you already know. So it's like that. And I want to thank each one of y'all, Kim Roper, Karen, Will Seville, Craig, Karen. I don't want to leave anybody out. My boy Eddie, and let me see what somebody's saying now. I'm trying to find what somebody was saying, was leaving a message or whatever. All right, Karen, yeah, that's what's up. Big Rob, Big Shaw, or everybody. Like I said, I don't throw anybody out, but just thank each and every y'all, and have a great night, and enjoy the rest of the week as well. And peace. God bless you. Peace. Yes.